Shazam! Like that.
Shazam!
That was a...
New day rocks. New day rocks. Come on, guys. It's WrestleMania weekend. Come on. Kofi Kingston.
Is that why your shirt
Dave Bautista.
I have no idea what anything you're saying.
Speechless.
Cannot believe you guys are not excited for WrestleMania.
I'm excited that you're excited.
Yeah, like I'm feeding off
Michael
of that.
doesn't get excited about a lot of stuff.
It's true.
Let's go.
gonna explode.
WrestleMania.
Will you body slam that chair later?
I will. I will body slam anybody that says wrestling's fake too, because
I wouldn't dare.
you know what else is fake? Game of Thrones is fake. You know what else is fake?
Other body
Golf.
Golf. I'll agree. I agree.
Anyways, we actually saw movies before WrestleMania. We saw Pet Sematary and Shazam.
I saw Pet Sematary, which is a remake of it was based off a Stephen King book in the 80s, and then a remake of the movie in the like 89 or something like that. In case you didn't know the story, it's a family that moves from Boston to Maine, just like every other family.
I was worried that it wasn't Maine, but it is Maine.
It is Maine.
Because it's
Classic Stephen King twist.
Oh wow, he's in Maine. It's a family moving to Maine, and they have this big farm. And soon they find out that there's like this evil pet cemetery in their backyard, and if you bury things in it, they come back to life. And then stuff happens. If you've seen the trailer, it gives away the entire movie almost. But the movie itself, it's all right. It's pretty good. It's just like every other Stephen King book to novel where there's some changes and it might make some people mad, but who cares? It's a horror movie. It entertains. There's a line at the very beginning of the movie after the first jump scare where Jason Clarke's wife gets scared. He goes, "Are you okay?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm okay. It was just startling." That's the whole movie. Yeah, it's all right. Just a little startling. Yeah, it's all right.
I peed my pants, but it's cool. How does it kind of hold up? Because I think a lot of people hold the original in such high regard, even though they don't need to. No. But it's so you'd say better.
It is better actually. It's one of the few times where I like a remake. I'm like, oh, this is actually. They did good. Acting's solid.
Yeah.
Like
John Lithgow.
Yeah, John Lithgow as Judd is. I kind of miss the original Judd, where he's like, "Don't go over there, boy. Don't come there." With that really weird accent. John Lithgow's good in it. He's on the edge of creepy, but wholesome at the same time, which is, I guess, what Stephen King was going for with the character itself.
Does it try to connect to any of the other Stephen King movies?
Oh, I thought it was going to, but it didn't.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be a new universe, whatever, but like...
Well, technically, yeah, it is.
Like Pennywise shows up and he's like...
doing his little creepy dance.
He just starts dabbing. He's like...
I mean, if you like horror movies, it's solid. It's well made.
I heard it's half like biography because cats really are evil.
The cat in this church is horrifying. It's very cute in the beginning, and then
don't like cats, man.
Spoilers: it turns into a zombie, and then
just like any other cat,
right?
Because once they go past the 9 lives, the 10th life, it's a zombie.
It's a zombie. Yeah.
Sorry.
All I'm saying is the cat's never done anything nice to me. Nice for me. Never bought me dinner, lunch.
Has a dog bought you dinner?
Maybe.
How many Captain Sparkle Fingers out of 10 would you give it?
Captain Sparkle Fingers? Oh, because it's Shazam. I'd give it, I guess 6. 6.5. I'll give it a 6.5. It's very, very solid.
It's just go right after this.
Perfect. Go right now.
Shazam! Like that.
Shazam!
That was a
brief history. 1940s. Shazam, aka Captain Marvel, came before Superman, before all other people. Became super popular, basically why people started reading comics. Fawcett Comics goes out of business because DC keeps suing them because it's too much like Superman.
So this movie, it follows Billy Batson. He is this foster kid who's just kind of bouncing around. He's kind of breaking the rules, breaking the law, you know.
But he's breaking the law for good reason.
For good reason. He finds himself in this foster home with these other kids, and then he defends one of them, and then one day he's given the powers of Shazam by this old wizard. So when he says the word Shazam, he becomes this actual superhero, like a grown-up. Like it's played by Zach Levi. But he still has the mind of a kid.
Zachary Levi does a good job as Shazam.
Yeah.
I will get that out of the way. But I didn't really enjoy the movie. It felt like I got what they're going for. Like, I know it's supposed to be corny. I know it's supposed to be like over the top. Oh, we're paint by numbers, and that's like That's what we're doing.
I know, but here's the thing: is I actually loved this movie. It surprised me. I walked in and I was not expecting much, but I really enjoyed it. I mean, I think that it has a lot of heart, and yeah, the story's pretty basic and it's pretty paint by numbers. But Marvel does that with most of their origin movies, though too.
True.
This movie's like, hey, this is just an origin story. It's pretty much big, which is a great movie.
There's parts to like to this movie.
Yeah.
It's just overall, I was, you know.
It's the first superhero movie for me, I think, that I enjoyed the characters and what they go through more than what I enjoyed, like, the action. Because there's not a lot of action in this. I found myself invested in Billy, in both versions, too, like the kid and Zachary Levi. I think they're both great. It like moved me a little bit. Wow. I was moved by it. Like, it was that, you know, it was a story. It was a superhero movie that actually said something, you know, said something about being a superhero. Yeah. You know, like, and you don't have that with your Aquaman, or your Captain America. It deals with like things about being a superhero, but that responsibility. It's like the last time that we did that was like Spider-Man. You know, where it's like, why are you a superhero kind of thing?
Yeah. I don't agree with that.
Well, I
I feel like they were trying to go for the Spider-Man, you know, like, this is why you need to be a superhero and why people need to help other people. Family is found in different places. Not everyone has like a true family. Like, I get that. But at the same time, I felt like, I know I connected with you, JD. I'm sorry. It just felt like
that's fine.
Yeah, it felt like the writing was a bit lazy to me. There's no other way this movie could be.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta walk before you can run, Michael.
That's true.
Sometimes you gotta Shazam before you can Shazam, you know?
I will say, the Zack Snyder route of being like super moody and sad and emo is not the way comic book movies need to go. Superhero comics are just, you're there for fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can be sad. Yeah, you can be emotional. But at the end of the day, you gotta leave and you gotta have fun.
I'm saying is you should go see this movie.
I think if you have children that are around the same age, like 10 to 14, they're really gonna love this movie.
It's just really good. I wish we could go more into it, but I don't want to spoil it because there's so much to like give away. But it's just, it's good.
Do they reference?
Unless you're Michael.
It wasn't wrestling, so I hated it. Sorry, not wrestling. I hated it. That's gonna be my rating from now on. Not wrestling, hated it.
Well, you ready for this? I think my hair looks pretty crazy right now.
It's a little nuts.
Wait until he rates it.
I'd go 8 out of 10 sparkly fingers.
I thought you were going to give it the full 10.
No.
I was expecting that once he put up his hands.
This is not...
It's 9.
Oh my god.
I would go 5 out of 10. Because I don't want to see this movie. And that's a wrestling reference.
What is the wrestling thing? I know that one.
Wait, I can't see you.
Yeah, because I did the John Cena thing.
Oh, I've got him. You're back now.
Yeah. So anytime you do this,
whoa, where'd he go? Yeah. Whatever, man.
That was the most civil disagreement I've ever seen in my life.
Well, because at the end of the day, I don't really care about this.
Take notes, Captain America and Iron Man.
This week you can go watch movies, or you can watch WrestleMania, and I suggest both.
Or the Twilight Zone.
Or Twilight Zone.
Yeah. See Us for a third time.
Yep. Or Dumbo for the first time.
Nah.
No, it's all right.
Don't do that.
Un esercito di prodi da me guidato.
Shazam! Like that.
Shazam!
That was a